Hello everybody, welcome back to the podcast. For today's guest, we have James Fishback. Welcome in. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, man.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
For my co-host today, we have my manager, Vara Flooring. Welcome in, Vara Flooring. So if you can just pull the mic close to you and introduce yourself to anybody who might not know you and all that one.
So I am running for governor of Florida. The elections this year, 2026, Ron DeSantis has been the governor for 2 terms. He is term limited. He can't serve anymore. And so now there's going to be an election about who's going to succeed him. So
what happens now to Ron DeSantis? Is he going to be allowed to stay here?
Yeah, he's going to be allowed to stay.
But you just said he already is here for long enough.
No, he's term limited, which means he can't be governor any longer, but he's allowed to live.
So now he's getting out of jail. His term is limited?
Yeah, he's getting out of prison, yeah.
And were you a supporter of Ron DeSantis or
I was. Yeah, I was.
Okay, now you're facing, who is it?
Byron Donalds.
And Byron Donalds or Byron, I don't know. Which one is it actually? Is that like a play on Tyrone? Because I know I've seen him, he's black. So is his name Byron or Byron?
It's Byron.
Is it really? I've never heard of Byron.
It's whatever. It's Byron.
Okay, I'll call him Byron. I really don't know much about him besides that he's black because you called him a slave. But outside of that, what's his political stuff? Has he been in office before? Some other type of thing?
He's a member of Congress right now.
Okay. And so I've seen the polls. He's definitely leading right now. Do you think those polls are accurate or no?
I think they're probably a bit of they're accurate given that we just jumped into the race in the last couple of months. He's been running for a year now, but we've gone from 2% in the polls to 23%. So we're picking up steam very quickly. We're now in second place.
What are the odds on those betting markets?
About 15% for us. I think that's
15?
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like when I was seeing it not so long ago, is it like a half of a percentage?
Yeah.
So it definitely went up from there. Now let me ask.
Would you bet on me?
Bet on you to win?
Yeah.
With actual money or like as a person? Like what I want to happen or if I think you're going to win?
Well, we're talking about betting market, so betting with money.
Definitely not. No, I feel like it's unlikely. You know, something similar kind of happened with Zoran. I feel like you're kind of the conservative.
But he won.
Yeah, but it's like you're going to win the lottery twice in 1 year. Not to necessarily say that you winning would be good or him winning was good or bad or whatever. Yeah. But for that to happen, I feel like it's a bit unlikely. You know what I mean?
Well, I disagree, but I think it would be huge for the left to get someone like Zoran, and I think the right to get our vision for the campaign. Yeah.
How would having a 24-hour GTA 6 marathon in the governor's mansion actually help anybody? Yeah. That just seems like the type of thing an out-of-touch politician would say to sound cool with young people.
So I'm a big GTA guy, actually. I grew up playing GTA San Andreas, GTA Vice City. I don't think it helps playing a game where you beat up. I don't think it helps playing a game where you beat up hookers and kill the police.
Right. Then why would you invite a bunch of kids to play at an official political house?
Because it's fun. But the reason why is because I think it's an incentive. It's like, hey, if you do really well on the test, if you do really well on the honor roll, if you get straight A's, you can come to the governor's mansion and play some GTA 6. I want it to be fun. I feel like
that would kind of be a punishment, right? If when that game comes out, everybody's been waiting for so long. Now you have to get good grades, and now you have to play it in some political guy's house. You can't even just relax at home and play.
No, you can play it at home.
But you're a big fan of GTA.
I'm a big fan, yeah.
You're a big flan?
What's
a flan?
A flan is a Colombian dessert.
Okay, so what do you mean you're a big flan? I don't understand. You're clearly not a Colombian dessert.
I'm fluffy and I'm sweet.
But did you mean to say that or you meant to say a big fan?
I meant to say big fan.
So why did you say flan?
Because I'm sleep deprived.
Okay. Now, so you said you're a big GTA 5 fan as well or no?
No, I like San Andreas and I liked Vice City.
Do you even know the character names?
CJ.
No, in GTA 5.
I didn't play CJ 5.
CJ 5?
GTA 5.
So you don't even know it's like, what is it, the second, third best-selling game of all time? You don't even know the names of the characters of the sequel game coming out, but you're inviting them to play your house? You don't understand. Or you do understand how that could come off as a little bit grifty.
It could come off a little grifty, but I'm a GTA San Andreas guy, Vice City guy.
Okay.
I preferred playing the black characters. It felt more authentic.
Right. Yeah, I see what you're saying. There's a black character in GTA 5.
Oh, is there? It's not CJ, though, from GTA San Andreas, is it?
It's not CJ. Do you know his name in GTA 5 or no?
No. Is it Byron?
It's not. It's Franklin. You never heard of Franklin?
Franklin the Turtle I've heard of, but not
There's
Franklin.
Franklin, Michael, and Trevor. Those are the 3 main ones?
No, I was too busy in college when GTA 5 came out, sadly.
Okay. So maybe that's not really a great idea, the whole GTA
I think 6 is good because, remember, 6 takes place in Miami. 6 is back in Vice City. So I think there's something cool about the Florida governor for a game that's based in Florida. How many video games are based in Florida?
Not that many.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is not based in Florida.
No, I don't think it was. Where was it based in? Like Iraq, probably.
I think Iraq.
Or like Afghanistan, one of those. I was only mentioning that because I haven't heard other politicians go down that route. It's actually something I kind of noticed with Zoran, but I feel like with him, because he's a leftist, things are more confined. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He probably has more people either telling him what to say or influencing it, where he wouldn't say something that out of touch. Maybe for the good or the bad of it, but I feel like anybody knows that kind of is like not something that's a real aspiration or a cool thing to play a video game at the governor's mansion.
Well, one of the things I really enjoyed about GTA San Andreas was the open world aspect of it, where you could literally, I mean, you could obviously play the story of the game, which is cool, but you could just literally roam for hours. And
but
I remember
that's why you didn't play GTA 5, because there was no open world aspect.
Perhaps, but I like GTA San Andreas because, like, literally, I would just stay with my middle school friends, and we would just till 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning just roam and just go carjack people and beat hookers with the giant dildo and stuff. It was fun, actually.
No, yeah, and so maybe that's actually a good idea, because since GTA 6 takes place in Florida,
correct,
then you get to encourage that type of behavior in your own city that you're governing.
Well, if it's Sophie Rain, maybe, but everyone else, I think, is probably off limits.
That's that OnlyFans girl?
Yes.
What's specific to her? What does she do?
Well, she is the richest OnlyFans girl. She's based in Florida.
She's number one?
She's number one.
How do they do that metric? Is that like public stats?
Well, it's what she says, which I probably believe her on that and that alone. I don't believe anything else that she says about her body count or whatever, but she says she's made $100 million, so we're going to tax her. We're going to take
Yeah, that's
$50 million.
unfortunate. I'm not a big fan of OnlyFans.
Ever been on it?
No, I haven't. I'm actually a big criticizer of it. $100 million is a ton of money. That's like professional athlete level, right?
Correct.
And you're going to tax them? They're not already being taxed?
Well, they're being taxed normally, but I think we have to take it a step further. If you want to discourage and deter OnlyFans, you have to tax it at such a high rate that nobody wants to do it anymore, and they go to something dignified, like open a store, become a doctor.
Yeah, but you have to understand that these people, a lot of the time, they're retarded, so you can't expect them to become a doctor.
Well, they can.
That doesn't mean I'm encouraging them to go down the route of OnlyFans. That means I'm just saying that the more realistic thing, if you want to not sound like a politician, is just accept the fact that instead they'll become homeless, which is better, but that's the truth.
Well, yes, some of them clearly are lost, but I think they're better off doing things. You know, we certainly had people beforehand who were not as smart, and they found something dignified to do that wasn't selling their body online.
And what would be the first thing you would do if you turned into a lobster?
Well, I'm allergic to lobsters, so I would probably just die instantly because I would.
Well, that's completely unrelated. I mean, I doubt there's any lobsters, you know.
But if I turned into one, but if I was but would I carry over my personality or my faults?
You would carry over your personality to an extent that a lobster's brain can acquire, which is probably so low that it's unquantifiable because there's no conscious thought inside of a lobster.
Right.
Did you understand what I said?
I did.
Okay.
I'm not one of the OnlyFans girls.
Epic own. Fist bump on that epic own.
I don't know. What would I do if I were a lobster?
Lobster.
Yeah. You look like a lobster, kind of, with the whole red thing. I don't know.
No idea? It was actually kind of a trick question. That's why I organized or made that whole thing clear about the brain not working. You'd probably just have to eat something. You wouldn't even really have a choice about it.
Oh, that's true.
Because you're a lobster.
You're just a lobster. I don't have really much agency, yeah.
Yeah. It's been reported that your campaign has raised over $950. Will you be using these funds to buy an Xbox?
I don't think we could afford an Xbox at $950 with...
You could get an Xbox and a couple of games, actually.
What game should I get?
Well, I mean, you seem like a big GTA guy. You could get GTA, maybe a couple months of Game Pass.
Okay.
More than a couple months. You could get a couple of years, actually.
Well, I want to just say that the $950 is incorrect.
That's not inaccurate reporting.
It's not accurate. We just went to Erewhon. We spent $30 on the Hailey Bieber. So it's $920 now.
Right, so that's why you were saying, actually, that you might not be able to afford an Xbox because... But isn't that kind of fraud? You're not allowed to just buy drinks for random members of your team.
Well, how many did we get? No, it was actually a gift.
Okay. From Erewhon?
From Erewhon? No, from Erewhon? No.
Erewhon.
Oh, Erewhon. No, the last place we were at, they got them for us.
Oh, okay.
There was some semblance of hospitality there. You didn't give us anything. There's just Gatorade bottles and dirty socks all over the studio.
Yeah, so if not an Xbox, then what would it be? Because 950 is kind of a limited range.
$950. How would I spend This is the only $950 I could have. I would probably... I would probably wrap a car for $950. Like if it's the only money we could spend, like wrap the car and then just drive it around everywhere.
Are you related to Duke Fishron?
No.
No?
No.
Do you know who Duke Fishron is?
No.
So how do you know you're not related?
Never heard it before, so I can't imagine.
It's a similar name. Your last name is James Fishron.
Fishback.
Fishback?
Yes.
Still similar.
Sure.
Despite my mistake. How do you defeat him? At what point do you usually defeat Duke Fishron? Because that's kind of... He's not the game is kind of linear. It's not linear, but it's linear in the sense where you have to defeat bosses in a main order, but he's kind of one of the side. I mean, he's kind of like Queen Bee, where you don't have to beat him.
What game is this?
Terraria? You didn't know that?
No.
I thought you were inside the culture in the gaming stuff.
What game is this?
Terraria. He's the fish monster that you summon after you collect the whatever worm is called from the mushroom biome. After defeating, I think, the mechanical bosses, or after Plantera, maybe. It's one of those. Then it gets unlocked. That worm starts appearing, and then you can summon him by fishing in the ocean.
Maybe we'll play that game in the governor's mansion.
Yeah, that I would support, because that would be cultural. That wouldn't just be getting on the hype train. Would an old person with Alzheimer's be the best type of person to steal from, since they wouldn't remember what happened?
What are you doing with my charger? I didn't give it to you. Who the hell are you anyway? Are you the one sending these messages to my head? I can't fly. I don't know if you can. Can you hear me? What are you doing later at night?
Can I take it?
What was that? You're not James Fishback. Can you introduce yourself? Did you turn James Fishback into that statue?
I have no clue.
Ow! Anyways, let's get back into the questions. Would an old person with Alzheimer's be the best type of person to steal from, since they wouldn't even remember what happened?
Well, stealing is bad, but if you assume that it weren't...
Not only do you not have to assume that stealing isn't bad in this scenario, not only because the person with Alzheimer's doesn't remember the experience of getting stolen from, they probably don't even remember what got stolen. So is it really a bad thing? Because I'm going to remember what I have. They're not going to remember what they lost.
Well, it's definitely a bad thing, because if you stole their medicine and they couldn't take it the next day.
I wasn't that. You don't have to give me hyperbole here. You're stealing their medicine. I'm talking about stealing their watches and their valuables.
Well, but if they can't tell the time tomorrow, then that upsets their entire circadian rhythm.
Okay, and let's say they tell the time right now. Do you think they're going to remember the time in 30 seconds? They have Alzheimer's. They're just going to keep telling the time?
Interesting.
They might forget how to read a clock.
Fair enough.
It's a good argument.
Interesting one.
So maybe that should be legalized. Maybe.
We'll work on that in Florida.
And how do you think that would get passed? How does a law get passed like that?
Well, it goes to the state house and the state senate, and then the governor would sign it into law.
And you think a law like that would be likely to get passed or no?
I can't imagine.
Why? Despite my argument.
Despite your argument, I think that most people would say that stealing from people with Alzheimer's is not.
Then I would like them to rebuttal what I just said and not just say no.
Because you want a real debate?
Well, listen, it doesn't seem like you're the one saying no. You said you'd pass it in or try to get it done with. Will you support the law to give everybody in Florida polio?
No, I don't think so. I think it's probably pretty bad.
Why?
it paralyzes you. You can't walk.
But then you get to own one of those cool boxes that you get to sleep inside and you can never move again and you get to live in the cool box.
Well, that would solve the housing affordability crisis.
I wouldn't really consider that a house. While you would still live in it, wouldn't consider that a home. There's nobody else back here. Are you looking for somebody? Did that throw you off a little bit?
Just a tad.
Nobody's gonna come out of the ceiling.
I don't have a clue.
He's trying to communicate with you.
And in what language?
Probably some form of English, right? He put in exclamation or a question mark, whatever it was. Let's move on. Could somebody argue they're actually not gay even if they sleep with a man by entirely changing the definition of the word gay until it means something completely different to the point where they would have to be characterized by that new word?
Sure, but it still wouldn't change the fact that they're attracted to men.
It would change the fact that they're attracted to men if then you also did that to attracted.
Oh, it wouldn't change the fact that they had sex with men.
It could if you change what that means too.
Well, it wouldn't change the fact that it happened.
That's correct, but what happened?
Good question. You may not be able to describe it. We know what happened, though.
I'm asking you, is this an experience you've had? Sex with a man?
No.
Okay. But to me, sex means not having intercourse with a man. Who did you just get a call from? Who was that?
Mike Pence.
Okay, so let's keep it down. That's probably an important call, okay? Okay. Hey guys, sorry for the interruption. I have to let you know that today's episode is sponsored by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform designed to help you stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or you're trying to scale your business, Squarespace is perfect as they give you the tools to claim your domain, showcase your offerings, grow your brand, and get paid all in one place. One of my favorite things about Squarespace and one of the things that I use all the time is their cutting-edge design tools that help you make websites. You can choose from a library of professionally made and award-winning website templates. Squarespace also helps you make better business decisions with their built-in intuitive analytics tool. You get to learn where to focus engagement, track revenue from bookings, review website traffic, and more. Go to squarespace.com and use my code MATAN, MATAN, for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you'll also get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. That's squarespace.com and use my code MATAN, MATAN, for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, you'll also get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring today's episode. Is somebody American if both of their parents are Nigerian but they came here on vacation, had birth, then left?
No.
But they were born here.
They were born here, but the parents were not legally allowed to be here, so they can't be American.
So what happens to the kid in that case?
They would have to go back to Nigeria.
So despite the kid being born here, they should be sent back to Nigeria?
Well, the parents weren't legally here, so yeah.
Well, let's say they were on vacation. Well, I said vacation, so I don't know if that's...
Well, I mean, yeah, technically, when I say legal, what I mean is a permanent legal status. That is to say they are a green card, they're a naturalized citizen, or they're a U.S.-born citizen. Because that's not the case, you wouldn't become a citizen.
Now, I don't know if it's true or it got passed, but I heard Trump got rid of birthright citizenship.
He's trying to. It's going before the Supreme Court right now.
I support that, and you're on board with that as well?
Yeah, I'm on board with getting rid of birthright citizenship.
And let me ask you, so what do you think about Trump? Because he's kind of become controversial even with conservatives. And you're kind of the new breed of conservatives where I feel like it's a little bit less controlled. You say more so what you want. And that type of conservative doesn't really like Trump. So what's your take on it?
My take is I really like the Trump of 2016.
Okay.
Against foreign wars, against increasing the national debt, focused on American workers. So nothing like the current Trump. So not a lot like what we've seen in the last couple of months now.
So did you vote for him?
I did.
You did vote for him?
Yeah.
Okay. And so would you vote for him again?
Not if it's going to look like the last couple of months, no.
And let me ask you this. Who would you vote for in an actual election? Gavin Newsom or J.D. Vance?
That'd be... It would have to depend on what the policies are. I mean, if they're both going to be pro-Israel and pro-sending more of our money over to foreign countries...
It seems like that's the position of both of them, unfortunately.
So then I'm not interested in voting.
You would just stay out
I
of
would
it.
probably abstain in that election.
Okay, but let's say you had to vote. I feel like that's...
If I
Well,
had to
that's
vote,
a good answer. It's still a cop-out because I'm asking you as a political person, not as like what I would do.
I would bite my tongue and vote for J.D. Vance.
Okay. What does he have over Newsom in that for you?
Probably the pro-life position. Not that J.D. Vance is the most pro-life guy, but he's definitely
not pro-life?
Well, he's not the most pro-life, but he's definitely more pro-life than Gavin Newsom is.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like... I don't know if Gavin Newsom, does he even have any conservative positions? Probably not.
No, not really. But what I care about most, my big issue is...
He's technically letting homeless people eat each other, which is pretty cool and funny and epic.
Not very pro-life, though.
It's not pro-life,
well,
but...
not for the life of the person being eaten, I suppose, for the life of the person who is eating, because they have food now.
Yeah, but I would actually make that an abortion similar argument and say that that's not a life to me.
The homeless?
A homeless who's vulnerable to being eaten or a homeless that's eating other homeless, neither of those are lives
So
to
that
me.
wouldn't be murder to you?
No, not at all.
Interesting.
That's nature.
Interesting. Are one of those me?
Is that you?
I don't know.
You recently lost a lawsuit and decided you didn't have to pay your lawyer. How much are you going to have to pay your next lawyer to defend you against him, and then the next one when you lose again?
We're just gonna keep playing the game where we get one to look. If the next one
You get one, you lose, then you don't pay him, and yeah, you.
Well, listen, but let me ask you: if we went to Five Guys and you ordered a double cheeseburger, and they gave you just 2 buns without any cheese or any burger, would you pay them?
Five Guys is not a lawyer.
They have lawyers.
Five Guys is not a lawyer. That thing in of itself, the cooks
know,
are not lawyers.
That's the point. It's called an analogy.
I know, but this analogy doesn't work.
What analogy would work then?
Comparing a lawyer to a lawyer. And in that case, it doesn't make any sense. Now, listen, I actually like that move. I respect it because it's so unbelievable and crazy that it's like, how did I not think of that? But I read that in the state of Florida, because I don't know, maybe if your argument turns into something where you said, I signed with the guy that he only gets paid if he wins, you can't even do that in Florida. So you're just outright not paying him. It's not even an argument that he agreed to this.
Chad does what Chad wants.
But you're not Chad.
No, but I'm inspired by.
But that doesn't work. That's
Sure
not how
does.
that works. I don't know how much you're into Looksmaxxing, but you cannot do Chad moves if you're not Chad.
Here's what I know. I didn't pay him.
But he's going to sue you. Is he already suing you?
He hasn't sued me yet.
Assuming he sues you, are you aware that you're for sure going to lose?
I'll have to
Unless
see.
he's a retarded lawyer. I don't know what's his deal, but I mean, you know that obviously, technically, you have to pay him, yes?
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day?
I'm not going to let it stop my GTA 6 acquisition.
Acquisition?
Yeah.
What do you mean acquisition?
Buying.
Buying GTA 6?
Yeah.
Oh, just the game for $70?
Yeah, not like acquiring Rockstar or anything.
Interesting.
Well, let me ask you, should I buy GTA 6 or should I pay my lawyer back?
Does that answer your question?
I think so.
Personally, well, that's his take on it. My opinion, I think you should probably pay your lawyer back. And I'm not giving you that as some ethical advice.
Is this legal advice? Are you charging me for this right now?
No, because I don't
Okay.
really care about lawyers. You know, a lot of...
I know. Well, dude, how does a lawyer charge $150,000 for a couple months of work? It doesn't make any sense. That's a ripoff.
Well, mainly I just don't care about lawyers because I think a lot of them are not doing what they think is right. They're just doing it for money, in which case I don't really feel bad if they get money stolen from them. But that doesn't stop the fact that you'll be made to give that lawyer money should he sue you, or you'll go to jail.
Well, we don't have debtor's prison in America, so I'm not going to jail.
So what would happen exactly? That's an interesting point.
They would repossess my PS5.
They wouldn't have much to repossess if you only have $950.
$930, remember the drink?
You said it was 30, so it would actually be 920.
Oh.
And how many did you buy? You bought 4 of them?
I plead the 5th.
So it would actually be 830. 830 is better than nothing, though.
True.
Following up on that last one. if you lose the governor's election, will you be reimbursing all your donors?
It's a good question. That would assume that I was getting paid for running, which I'm not. It's covering.
But they
staff.
donated for you to win, not lose. It's like going to Five Guys and you order a burger and they don't give you a bun or cheese or lettuce or anything.
That's a fair point.
So will you be giving them their money back?
I will. I'm going to win, so they're not going to have to worry about that.
Yeah, but let's like I'm not even gonna say let's talk for real. Like you're for sure gonna lose. Maybe you have a chance if it's 15%. If you lose though, what will you be doing?
I'm going to win.
If you lose, what would? Come on, give me a real answer. Don't do that. That's like, don't hide out of the question.
Well, we're not going to be reimbursing because we had to pay our staff.
Right, and maybe the lawyer had to pay his staff. Did you ever think about that one? Fishberg, Fishron, Fishstein. Did you ever consider that? Maybe the lawyer isn't just working by himself.
Tough luck.
But then what's to say you wouldn't do that to your donors? You don't feel bad for the donors?
I think
I get a tough luck to the lawyer. Fuck the lawyer. I agree. What about the donors? Can't say fuck them.
We're going to win.
That's a cop-out. I got you there.
That's fine. I'll take it out once in a while.
Do you think disabled people should have the same rights as everybody else despite the fact they cannot contribute to society at all?
I think they should have the same rights, and I think they do, in fact, contribute to society.
How do they contribute to society? And I'm not looking for an argument like somebody says dogs contribute to society because they make you happy because they look funny.
Well,
they can't put their tongue in their mouth.
There's a lot of disabled folks out there who work at grocery stores, who started great companies, and so disability.
I'm not talking about the one guy who, he has lost a toe. I'm talking about a real disabled.
Yeah, I believe it is. Well, I think if you're pro-life, you believe that every life is worth equal, and you have to protect that dignity.
But that's just denying the basic instincts that I'm paying taxes to a guy who's not contributing to taxes because he can't even move his eyeballs.
Well, you're talking to the guy who hasn't paid his lawyer, so I'm not contributing either.
Well, you're not contributing to the lawyer, and I guess that would probably imply that you're the type of guy to not pay your taxes. However, I won't just assume that. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. The lawyer is not a government entity.
Correct.
So that's a completely different thing. It's kind of like how that Five Guys thing was worked earlier when I did it.
Correct.
Are you related to Duke Fishron?
No.
Okay. Did I ask that one already?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. Okay, let's continue, Mr. Fish.
Yeah, go ahead.
Will you enforce mandatory double jaw surgery for all sub-3s?
Only if Clav approves.
Okay, so if you win, you're gonna give him a position in the government.
Yes.
And what type of position would that be?
Director of Looksmaxxing.
Is that a new thing? It's kind of like Doge?
Yeah, it's like Doge.
And what do you think about Elon? That's kind of an interesting follow-up.
I like Elon. I don't agree with him on everything, but I like Elon. I have a Tesla, so.
You have a Tesla? They're good cars despite... he's an interesting guy. In some ways, he reminds me of you, kind of like with the video game stuff. Did you ever hear what he did with his video game stuff?
No.
Well, he claimed he was one of the best Diablo players in the world, but it turns out he was paying a Chinese guy.
When did I claim to be a good video gamer?
No, I'm saying it's similar. He was grifting being a good player. You're grifting caring about GTA. It's the same thing.
Yeah, but...
His is just far worse because he's autistic to the point where if I told that to him, he would go, no, it's not true, even though everybody knows it is. Whereas when I told you about the GTA thing, you're able to play around with it a little bit.
Yeah, but just because you haven't played GTA 5 doesn't mean that you don't care about GTA.
Not necessarily. I just, come on. I just know that you said that to sound cool. I just thought it didn't sound cool.
Well, of course I said it to sound cool. I mean, why would I say it?
That's LARPing. It's
not LARPing.
Okay, so you said something to sound cool, not because you thought it's cool. What do you think that is, my friend?
No.
Mr. Fish.
LARPing is you've never played GPA.
GTA? I have not played GPA. Have you?
If you've never played GTA and you've never played video games and you're all of a sudden like, guys, let's go play some GTA together. That's not cool. That's LARPing.
Well, I haven't played GTA and I'm not a flan, so I don't know what to say. Do you think McDonald's should be allowed to cremate their customers if they die in the restaurant?
I'm not opposed to that, actually.
Why?
Well, I think it's a great place to source the meat for the new Big Arch sandwich.
The Big Arch? Why? What's that specifically? I haven't heard of that.
That's not Sophie Rain. I'm talking about the new sandwich.
No, I know. I
It's
got
a double
that.
quarter pounder.
Why'd you mention that one specifically? Mike bet it's a really important phone call.
Can I talk?
Person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
I'll be back.
So you do speak English?
If you do become the governor of Florida, would you consider introducing a bill that lets homeless people live inside government buildings?
No,
Why?
because we don't want anyone living inside of government buildings, let alone homeless people.
Okay, but government buildings, the government itself is for the people, right? You're for the people, right?
I'm for the people.
Okay, so it's for the people. Most people have a home. Homeless people need somewhere to stay. In Florida, there's thunderstorms. These people are getting struck by lightning, and then they're turning into zombies worse than they already were. So why isn't that a good solution?
Well, that it is a good solution to make sure that they have access to indoor facilities if there's storms or cold fronts, but it cannot be a government courthouse.
Why?
It can't be the governor's mansion. We're playing GTA 6.
Okay, but not the governor's mansion because there's already people playing GPA flan or whatever you called it.
Yeah, well, we're in GPA and we're carjacking someone for the flam.
The flam, you change it again. You can't keep changing it.
No, I'm thinking.
You have to be consistent.
I'm thinking of spam now.
You don't even know what you're thinking about, I would say. Okay, anyway, though, seriously, what were we saying? Let me ask you this. I don't know what the exact stats are. Is homeless in Florida a big issue like it is in LA and New York or no?
It's a big issue.
So what are you going to do to help?
I'm going to remove them from the streets using the Florida National Guard.
You're going to remove them? Something like that or no?
No, we're not going to shoot them.
When did I say shoot homeless people? That's disgusting.
What were you doing?
I was giving them meals. I had one of those launchers. I was shooting burgers at them.
You were aiming.
Did I look like I was going like this? Did I have... No, I wasn't doing anything like that. Is that what a noise a gun makes?
Yeah, that's the noise a gun makes, yeah. I know from playing GTA Pam.
GTA Pam? You changed it again? Are you crazy? Was that on purpose this time?
Yeah, that was on purpose.
No, it wasn't.
I'm just retarded.
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob.
That's correct. If your parents ever gave you money, wouldn't that mean you're funded by Jews?
It's a good point. They don't give me money, so I don't have that problem.
They've given you money before. I mean, it's had to have happened at some point.
My mom paid for Chipotle last weekend, yeah. So I was technically funded by Jews.
Is that how that would work for you? I don't know the exact government details about it, though.
But the campaign requirements. What do you think, I'm Jewish?
Well, based off how you answered that question, yes.
Okay.
Are you?
I am not Jewish.
Are you doing the same, like, play as me?
No, I'm just not Jewish.
You're not Jewish.
Yeah.
You're Colombian?
I'm American.
But where does your roots go back to?
My father's side, Germany. My mother's side, Colombia.
Okay, did she pull off that Nigerian thing that I mentioned earlier or no?
No.
Because I read somewhere, but maybe it was false intel.
No, she's not illegal.
Okay. Well, neither were they.
She was not here on a travel visa.
But you said your father, where was he? He's German?
Well, I mean, going all the way back to the 1700s, yeah.
Oh, but his family has been in America for a long time now.
Long time.
How many generations back?
A little longer than Pocahontas.
I don't count her as American, and I don't count what she lived in as America, so I don't think that's a reasonable answer.
1760s.
Okay. So he was one of the first.
Not my dad, but his ancestors.
His people, that were the
Our
invaders.
ancestors, yeah.
Okay. Would it be fair to say you're the conservative version of Zoran Mamdani?
Yeah, if you frame it as conservative, I think that we're both in our early 30s. We both have very different ideas that depart from the traditional Republican Democrat Party, and I think like Zoran, we're going to win and pull off a stunning upset. So yeah, I think it's a compliment.
Now, do you like him? What's your take on him?
I certainly don't like a lot of his policies, but I think that he's probably a pretty cool guy.
What does that mean? I feel like that's kind of contradictory, especially for a politician to say.
Well, I would rather hang out with him than Byron Donalds for 5 hours.
What's this thing with Byron Donalds? I don't know anything about him. What has he done specifically? I mean, I hadn't heard of him before your stuff. Because I don't live in Florida, so I just didn't know anything about the guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's endorsed by Donald Trump. There's 4 people in the race. He's in first. I'm in second. He's a pretty bad dude.
What has he done?
Nothing. That's the whole point.
Okay.
He's been in Congress for 5 years. He has absolutely nothing to show for it.
I wouldn't say that means he's a bad dude. Maybe that means he's just kind of a useless fool, if that's the case. But
I would say
wouldn't-
useless slave, but yeah.
Slave?
Yeah, slave.
Because he's black?
No, because he's a slave.
But is it like a black joke?
Maybe, but that's irrelevant. He's just a slave.
Yeah, but you don't just say things like that about people. I'm just inquiring from where. That's pretty interesting. You would say that about your political opponent. I mean, that it is kind of like Zoran on the complete other end.
Interesting.
Do you think Zoran would call his opponent slaves?
Probably not. He's not edgy enough.
Yeah.
Is that you shooting a homeless person?
Looks like a woman.
What'd she do?
Now, let me ask you this. With only 4 months left before the election, what are your closing words to people, idiots like Longneck, who still unfortunately have the right to vote?
My closing argument is this.
No, but specifically to people like Longneck. Dumb people.
Who's long neck?
He's my next guest in a couple minutes, but he's an idiot. But in America, if you're an idiot, you still get to vote.
My closing argument to long neck is probably not even a Florida resident, as I'm fighting for a Florida that we can all afford.
And how will you get that done?
It's a lot we have to do. We have to lower auto insurance, health insurance, property insurance, eliminate property taxes. You need to increase funding for public schools, raise teacher pay, police pay, first responder pay.
Can I stop and criticize something you said?
Sure.
It's actually the whole thing. Longneck doesn't understand what any of those words mean. He understands words like food and Gucci Berry and wide neck. So
Gucci Berry?
that's one of his friends, along with wide neck. So when you're saying I'm going to remove property taxes, he doesn't understand these things.
So we're going to give him more food for cheaper.
He doesn't know what cheaper means. He just understands food. He doesn't know what more means.
Okay, so food.
He doesn't know if you're saying that in a good way or a bad way.
Food.
That's assuming he understands, like,
Is he blind?
not blind, but blind in the sense that he doesn't really have an understanding of what gestures are or human interactions, because he has an IQ of 6.
Does he know? What kind of food does he like?
I don't know, actually. He weighs about 30 pounds.
Is he human?
Unfortunately.
Okay.
Okay, well, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I have to interview Longneck, and he obviously has an important meeting with Mike Pence.
Good luck with that.